Welcome once more. Today we are going to be discussing on the power of discernment. Why do we need discernment? Now, talking about the reason why discernment is important, you see so many people today have run into making so many life-threatening mistakes, making so many wrong decisions, taking so many wrong steps. Why? Because they fail to differentiate the good from the bad, or they fail to know the things that are supposed to benefit them and the ones that are not supposed to benefit them. They fail to discover what is meant for them, or what will work for them rather, and will not work for another. Because the truth is that as our faces are different, so is our destinies. And because our destinies are different, definitely what works for A will not work for B. That is why discernment is very, very essential, because when you are able to discern what works for you, then you are sure that success will be inevitable. Now, we will be dividing this series into part 1 and 2. Now, in this first part, we're going to be discussing vividly but briefly the disadvantage of not having discernment. That is simply to say, the disadvantage of not being able to differentiate between the good and the bad. Now, the first we are going to be talking about, the first disadvantage. What is that? One of the things that you are bound to face or experience that is not good, or that you are about to suffer as a result of lack of discernment. Now, one of them is, when you don't have discernment, you will always be taking foolish decisions. Hear this. You always be what? Taking foolish decisions in life, in business, in your career, in your work, in whatever you're doing. When you don't have discernment, you will always be making a decision that you always regret. Are you the kind of person that always make decisions that at the end of the day you regret your decisions? Now, listen to this. When you lack discernment, definitely you will see that you will not be able to discover when the right opportunities come around you or not. You will see every opportunity as good. You want the one that will kill you, you will see it as good. You will see every investment as an investment that you want to do. Now, the word of God reminded us something in the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 21. He said, "Fully is joy to him who is destitute of discernment, but a man of understanding walks uprightly." So that is to say that any man that don't have discernment will always be foolish. You always be taking foolish decisions because of your inability to sense if this thing is good for me and not good for another person. Mind you, when I was starting, I made mention of something that is good for A might not be good for B, because A's destiny, which is his destination in life, is not the same as the destination or destiny of that of man B. So you have to have the ability to discern between the good and the bad, taking your decisions. So you need discernment to be able to make good decisions. Now, the second disadvantage of not having discernment is that you will be always find yourself in harm. You will always find yourself in trouble. You always find yourself in things that will cause you tears, pain. You always find that you always find yourself in situation of pain, tears, what have you. Why? Because you lack the ability to differentiate where you are supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, and what you're not supposed to. You see, it goes a long way. Just like the word of God said in Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 5. And he said, "He who keeps his command," that is the command of the Lord, "will experience nothing harmful. And a wise man discerns both time and judgment." Now, What does that imply? That is to say that anyone who is discerning enough, we always know what to do, where to do it, when to do it, and how to do it. Now, it is discernment that will show you the how, the when, the what. So that is how it is. Now, the second, or the third thing that you are bound to suffer or experience when you lack discernment is that when you don't have enough discernment, you will lose opportunities in life. In business, you lose opportunities. In your career, you lose opportunities. In whatsoever you're doing, you lose opportunities. Why? Because you lack discernment of not being able to discover opportunities when it comes. And because you lack discernment, the ones that will kill you, that are not actually opportunities for you, you see them as opportunities. And the ones that are actually opportunities for you, you will see it as not opportunities. But discernment, just like the word of God told us in Job chapter 4 verse 15 to 16, he says something. He said that then a spirit passed before me. This is Job speaking now. He said, passed before my face, the hair of my body stood up. Now this is an opportunity coming to a man, but his inability to discern this opportunity is about to make a man lose this opportunity of an encounter. Now, and he continues saying in verse 16, he said, it stood still, but I could not discern its appearance. Now, you can see, he said that he could not discern the appearance of the spirit. Why? Because he lacked the ability at that point that this was an encounter that he was about to have. You can see the disadvantage of having what? Of not having discernment. So not having discernment can cause you to lose opportunities in different areas of your life. Now, the last one which we are going to be talking today is that lack of discernment will make you to remain small, make you to be a baby. Now, baby in the sense that not that you become a baby all the days of your life, not talking about age here now, but in your walk of life, irrespective of what you're doing, anyone that don't have discernment will always remain small. The person will never grow. The person will never reach to a certain level. The person will never attain a certain threshold in the journey of destiny. That is just the truth. Why? Because when you don't have discernment, you will always be hovering around a certain level. You always be what? Stunted in your growth in whatever you're doing. And no wonder the Bible said something. It said that what? In 1 Chronicles chapter 12 verse 32, it said that what? The sons of Issachar, they are known because of what? Their ability to discover the times and seasons. So that is to say, when you are like the sons of Issachar, you won't make foolish decisions, you won't be harmed, you won't miss opportunities, and you won't remain small in whatsoever you're doing. So think about this. What is that area that you need discernment to improve on? Because this year, if you can get that discernment, definitely you can reach where you are going to. But if you continue lacking that discernment, definitely the mistakes you have made in the past will keep on repeating itself. But if you don't want the mistakes of the past to keep repeating itself, then you need to start looking for ways to get discernment today, so that your tomorrow will be better than today. And if you want your tomorrow to be better than today or yesterday, then you need to do something about your tomorrow, because your tomorrow starts from now.